It's time for the 1480 Club with John Lewis and Ryan O'Neill.
Partners for Growth. And if you're not sure, Derek, if you're not aware, Shelley gives us what we call the weekend roundup, tells us what's going to be happening tomorrow night through the rest of the weekend, and gives us some tips on what might be happening in the coming days and weeks ahead as well.
Yes, always a good time to get Shelley in here. And, with the warm weather out, I'm looking forward to hearing when the we call them the Festivuses, but the area festivals.
Yes.
I don't know what movie it was from, but it was like the Festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah, oh, that's from Seinfeld.
There you go.
The pop culture, that's right that's my wheelhouse.
Gotcha.
That's where I reside. So Shelley will be great tomorrow giving us, I know there's a lot going on this weekend. We had said last weekend was a little bit lighter. The weekend before was the Ales for Tales, a huge success. And we've got a lot of great things happening this coming weekend, so Shelley will tell us about that. Also on tomorrow's show, we should start promoting it now, a Pizza King pizza giveaway. A large one-topping pizza from Pizza King, the best of the best, the king of pizza. I used to work here when I was a teenager, and I can still remember the commercial. It doesn't cost more. In fact, it costs less than some of the pizza. And it can even be delivered to your home or office by the Pizza King of the Road. Call Pizza King at 324-2215. Easy to remember, 324-2215. So that's from like the 90s, that commercial. I obviously
Throwback
skipped
Thursday.
over. Yes, thanks, Derek. Thank you. Throwback Thursday. So yes, tomorrow, Shelley Stevens and Pizza King pizza giveaways. But today, we've got a lot to talk about. And also, coming up right after this show, the Newsmaker Show, and I'm sitting in today with Dr. Christian Koff from University of Boulder at Colorado. University of Colorado at Boulder. Sorry, little mix-up there. So that will be great as well. So stick around, stay tuned for the 8:30 block of this local live hour. And we were just hearing on the sports updates right beforehand, Derek. We had both heard of this morning. Professional wrestler, former WWE wrestler, China Doll, just passed away at the age of 45. So someone I remember watching during the Attitude Era of Monday Night Raw and wrestling. Were you a wrestling fan too, or not really?
Yes, kind of on and off. It goes in like segments, I guess, so to speak. And, I'll watch for a little bit and then take a break, or, I'll DVR and then forget to watch like the last 10 episodes and then try
it's
to
too
pick
much.
it up. Yeah. Just
Too much to
delete 'em
catch
and then
up
start
on.
over. Yep.
Yes, China Doll, who was big in the late 90s and into the early 2000s. The WWE referred to her as the ninth wonder of the world. She could wrestle with any man, but also wrestled in both with the men and the women. But she was great, and she was a good personality too. So they said the death undetermined as of yet. So.
And do you know what her real name is?
Joni Lauer, saying. Great. And I read from Rochester, New York.
Yes.
I read that this morning too. So that's wild. I never knew that.
And then the other death yesterday, Syracuse basketball family lost Pearl Washington.
Yes, Dwayne Pearl Washington. Also an 80s player who dominated, I'm told, the Big East.
He made Syracuse basketball a household name during the late 80s. And they went to the national championship game in 87, which I remember when I watched it live as a little kid. I cried my eyes out.
Really, when they lost?
Yes. Because Keith Smart hit a jumper from the left, almost the same spot where Michael Jordan hit his famous shot. So same spot on the court, almost identical. And it was with about, I would say, 14 seconds. However, Derek Coleman had free throws, which would have helped win the game, and he missed, I think, both of them.
Oh, dear.
And I cried my eyes out when they lost that game.
And you said,
87.
87. How old were you?
I'm going to date myself now, 11.
Okay. Very funny. Let me swing this to the time I remember crying when the Buffalo Bills lost Super Bowl 25 against the Giants in 91. I was 11 years old. So that must be an emotional period for young boys, or, girls too probably, but 11 years old crying at sports, both of us.
The big highlight I remember from Pearl Washington was a half-court shot that he made at the Carrier Dome to win the game. And it was, again, 10, 11 years old. I think it was actually the year before. It must have been 10. And I recorded it off the radio broadcast.
Oh.
And obviously it's probably lost now. I'm not sure, whatever happened to it. But it was like a half-court shot, and everybody went wild. And I had the radio broadcast of it. It was pretty neat.
That is very cool. That would be even better if you had it, because I'm sure we have a cassette deck around here. We could play that, even though I'm sure we could probably find it online somewhere too. But to have that authentic tape to hear the scratchiness, that would be great. Also, this is a funny time. We're kind of speaking sports. We don't mean to really take it all about sports, but this is a funny time of year in sports because we have playoffs for hockey, for basketball. Baseball season has started, and this weekend, I believe, is the NFL draft.
Thursday. It's tonight.
Oh, tonight. Oh, geez. Yes, today is Thursday.
Within the past couple of years, it had always been on Saturday morning.
Okay.
Would start draft coverage, and they moved it. Obviously, I think there's more money involved, with the whole Thursday night football type stuff.
Yes.
You can span it over 3 days instead of 2. And
so
now
tonight
it's
begins.
Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, I believe.
And we've got the St. Louis Rams. They'll be back in the Los Angeles Rams. So the St. Louis Rams moving to Los Angeles, and they have secured the number 1 pick.
John, do you know the local connection between the now Los Angeles Rams and Hornell?
No.
Mike Waffle
is
defensive line coach for the St. Louis Rams.
Okay. So he'll probably be moving to Los Angeles with the team then?
Yes.
Okay.
As far as I know, the last time I looked up on the website, he is still listed as the defensive line coach. And perhaps, Mike and I have crossed paths and touched base along, my career here in Hornell. So a possible guest we might be able to get on here.
Okay. Oh, that would be great. That would be very cool. And then, just announced, I believe this morning, Washington has secured the number 2 pick. No, Philadelphia.
Yes.
Philadelphia.
In a trade from Cleveland, I believe.
Yes, for a lot of draft picks.
A huge amount of draft picks, like a blockbuster deal, I guess they called it.
Yes, they want, what I'm hearing is a franchise quarterback finally. Well, even though who did they have last year? A bigger name.
For Cleveland or Philadelphia?
Philadelphia. Wasn't it Stafford?
Yes, because that was a trade, maybe even with the St. Louis Rams at the time.
Yes, that's right.
For Nick Foles.
So 2 teams in the progress who really want probably both franchise quarterbacks at the 1 and 2 spots, and that'll be tonight on ESPN. We're here with Derek Belinsky on the 1480 Club, the outdoorsman.
Yes, mostly you hear it's for the kids. This one's for the outdoorsman. I guess, and I haven't been able to squeeze it in the news broadcast anytime this week, so here you go. Hunters in New York have killed about 15% less deer.
Yes, I read that yesterday.
Last season, yes. And I guess the numbers are 203,000 deer, including about 99,000 of which were antlered bucks.
Okay. Wow, which still sounds like a lot, but 15% less than what it was the year before.
And I'm not positive what the numbers were the year before. I just skimmed through that article real quick and jotted down some quick facts. But, yep, I'm going to throw that out there for the outdoorsmen.
Yeah, so get back out there this hunting season and try to do a little bit better, I guess.
Yes, save some cars.
Yes. And then thanks for that, Derek. Again, coming up right after this broadcast, the 8:30 time, Dr. Christian Koff today from University of Colorado at Boulder, talking about the New York State primaries from Tuesday, and also spending a little bit of time talking about Hannity versus Ted Cruz. We're going to catch up on talk about that, and you'll hear some clips from that that played this week. Also, coming up, we just wrapped up an auction this Saturday. So, if you bought items at that auction, feel free to stop in anytime this week, typically between 9 or 9:30 in the morning until about 5 p.m. at night. To grab those auction items. But the big news coming out yesterday, we will be having a follow-up auction, which oftentimes we do on a weeknight, but we're doing it again on a Saturday. This Saturday, big radio auction on both WLEA and our sister station, WCKR. That will be, again, this Saturday starting at 9:30 a.m. And we hope to maybe go for about 2 hours. So 9:30 a.m. till about 11:30 a.m. this Saturday on both WLEA and WCKR. The big radio auction. I will be here. Donna will be here. And we're hoping even Chris Doran will be here. And Bill Dugan this morning working the board. Bill's going to be here as well. So, Bill, we've got, let's see, today we're working tomorrow and Saturday. So 3 more days this week. But again, for being
busy schedule.
Tuesday, not bad for me. What's that, Bill?
I said we have a busy schedule.
Yes. Maybe we'll even come in Sunday. You know, I'm still serious. We should have thought to take this show on the road for next week down to Myrtle. I'm just seeing people putting up their flight pictures that they're headed out. Some people are off from school today and tomorrow. So,
taking an early day off from school.
Yes.
Imagine us all walking down the beach with our Bluetooths in, talking live to the radio station. Yeah. That would be comical.
We should try for this next year, even if it's a day or two. That would be a fun, maybe even a publicity stunt, a viral thing to do. But thank you all very much for listening to our show, the 1480 Club. We are on 1480 AM, WLEA.net, live, and you can listen to the rebroadcast of this show usually within the hour of when the show premieres. We'll have it up online for you. We wish you all the best on this Thursday, April 21st. We look forward to talking with you again tomorrow on the 1480 Club here at WLEA, coming right out of Ashball Hill in Hornell, New York. So thank you all very much. I'm John Lewis for Derek Belinsky and Bill Dugan and Brian O'Neill. We will see you again on the other side.